Good morning. It's Sunday and it's November the 1st. Can you believe it is November already? It's just hard for me to believe, but the weather's cooler today and it's time. So today I'm fixing lunch and I'm fixing fried chicken and pinto beans, and the pintos are already cooked. I'm gonna fry the chicken in just a little bit, but I have some leftover potatoes, mashed potatoes from Thursday when I cooked dinner. So today I'm going to make potato pancakes out of those. So let's get started. Now I'm going to take my mashed potatoes and make these potato pancakes. Most people use just mashed potatoes and onion and flour and egg, salt and pepper. I do mine just a little bit different because we like ours really crispy. So let me get you down here where you can see. And here's my... Let's see. Here's my mashed potatoes, and that's about probably 2 cups of mashed potatoes. I'm just going to put those in a bowl. All right, I'm going to chop up my onion, and y'all have seen me chop an onion before, but just in case, I leave the root on my onion, and that way it's much less likely to make you cry when you chop it. So you just slice it across, then down, and then we're just going to go across those slices, and it makes a fine dice. And I'm just going to throw that little bit away. That could go in a stock pot if you wanted to, but now I'm going to add those onions to my mashed potatoes. And I'm going to add 1 egg. And about 3 tablespoons of flour. I was just looking at this this flour tin. I've had this thing for so long, and I was looking at the back of it here, and it's dated 1983. That's how long I've had that thing. So I'm gonna take about 3 tablespoons of flour, and that's just to kind of give it a little bit of glue to hold them together. Mix that up a little bit. Now, this is where mine differ from most people. I am going to grate 2 small potatoes, and I should have had those peeled, but I didn't, so I'm going to peel those real quick and grate them. I find that most people's potato pancakes are just a little bit soggy and mushy in the middle. And the reason is because the mashed potatoes are mushy. So I grate a fresh potato to add to mine, and when it fries, it makes it a little bit more crispy. Right. Well, that's about a cup, maybe, of freshly grated potato. I'm going to add 1 more small one in there. You could do that in the food processor if you wanted to, but this little box grater works great. All right. Now we're going to mix that up. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper. See, that flour is already kind of acting like glue. Now, I hope you can see that. That grated potato in there is going to add a little bit of crispiness when we fry it. So we'll be back when it's time to fry. Now, I've had my cast iron pan heating on medium heat. It's on about 5 for about maybe 3 minutes now. Now remember, it's always important to heat your pan before you put your oil in, and it's makes your food less likely to stick. So I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in there, and here's our potato pancake mixture. I'm going to wait for that oil to get a little bit hotter. Okay, now you can make your potato pancakes any size you want them. I don't like them real big, so that right there is not much more than a big heaping tablespoon. But I put them in the oil like that. And then I mash them out a little bit. Now I'm not going to crowd my pan because I want these to be good and crispy. You know, I got this recipe when I was a young cook. I had bought my first food processor, and the booklet that the food processor came with had a recipe for fried potato pancakes. So we love potatoes just any way you can fix them. So one day I decided I would have them with pintos, and that has been a favorite of ours with pintos ever since. So they will also go really good with that fried chicken today. So let's see what they're doing here. We've had a light rain this morning. God has blessed us with a nice light rain. The temperature outside is 54 degrees, a little bit chilly, not too bad. And so we are staying in and cooking potato pancakes. Now that's only been about a minute and a half maybe on that one side, and it's almost ready to turn. Just slide them around a little bit, make sure they don't stick. All right. There's one. I'm trying not to splash that grease on me this morning. I'm not doing a very good job. All right. I'm going to move you back just a second till I can get a plate out. So those mashed potatoes were already done. The only thing in it that you have to be concerned about getting done really is the egg, and it's by the time they get browned on the outside, the egg is done too. So I can smell those onions. Wow, it smells good. I'm just gonna peek on the underside. They are almost done. All right, so I'm gonna flip them over one more time and let that first side get just a little bit browner. And I think that is done. And that only took about maybe 4.5 to 5 minutes. And as soon as they cool enough for me to show you, I'll show you what they look like on the inside. Oh my goodness, this is one of my favorite things, and I'm gonna show you listen how crunchy that is. And it's still steaming on the inside, but look at that. Oh my goodness, that is gonna be so delicious. So I hope you'll try this, and if you have any questions, let me know, and let me know how they turned out. Also, I wanted to ask a favor. I have several friends who are dealing with personal things in their life. Some have lost loved ones, and some are dealing with this coronavirus. And so I would ask that you just say a quick prayer for them today. I'm not going to mention any names, but God knows my heart, and God knows your heart, and He loves it when we intervene on behalf of other people. So thank you for doing that, and you guys have a wonderfully blessed Sunday. I'm just going to stay in and might do a little bit of sewing later. Might even do another video sometime today. So you guys take care, and I'll see you next time.